Welcome to Spectrum IAS Academy. Civil Services Examination. The second paper is Civil Services Aptitude Test. It is called as CSAT. CSAT paper is very important paper to students. If you qualify in the CSAT paper, the paper 1 general studies to be valued. Unless and otherwise they will not value the general studies paper. But our preliminary gate crossing is depends upon qualifying of CSAT paper. What is the nature of CSAT paper? CSAT paper contains 200 marks, 80 questions, 2 hours time. That means each question carrying 2.5 marks. For the sake of rural people, the Narendra Modi government changed this CSAT paper as a qualifying paper rather than the ranking paper. Earlier, this paper will based on ranking, but when the Narendra Modi government took the decision, this is problem to the rural areas people who are appearing for civil services. They understood the background of the rural students and changed it as it's a qualifying paper only. If you got that means 33% of marks in CSAT paper, you will qualify in the examination. 33% means 200 into 33 by 100. That means 66 marks. If you get 66 and above, you will qualify in this paper. But what is the content there in this paper? First of all, no. Either Telugu medium students or English medium students should go through the CSAT paper in English only. See here, the syllabus is in 8 steps. The first one is comprehension. Comprehension ability is very important to understand the situation, to understand the problem, to grasp the incident, to grasp the content for any IAS, IPS officer. For that, comprehension was the first topic in CSAT paper. Then come to inter skills including communication skills. As an administrator, how you interact with the people, how you interact with the groups, how you interact with your subordinates. This is depends upon interactive skills and the communication skills. Today, communication skills are very important. Each and everything, the entire administration is depends upon the communication skills. So this topic also included. Then third one, logical reasoning and analytical ability. Logical reasoning means what? We know which is good, which is bad. At the same time, some incidents or some issues are there in the implied manner. As an officer, you understood the situation through logically. Logically, that means directly it is not said. Indirectly, there is what you call its theme, its meaning, its conclusion, its problem solving. So logical reasoning is analytical ability mentioned in this syllabus. Then coming to decision making and the problem solving. Decision making is very important to the any administrator. Decision making is the success. Decision making is the failure. What are the decisions you will take in the administration? It will determine the organization development and the people's welfare. As an administrator, you should have a clear-cut decision. Sometimes the decision will not move forward because it is under neutrality. So, as a IAS officer, how can you take the decision making? Those questions came in the question paper in the form of decision making questions and problem solving. So many problems occurred in practicality of bureaucracy. If you see, as a IPS officer or a head of the police vertical, you need to take some quick decisions. then you will not take the quick decision. What will happen? The problem will expand. There will be destruction. So that how you problem solve as an administrative officer, these questions indicate your ability. Then come to general mental ability. General mental ability means we know that in reasoning what are the topics there. The simple reasoning is called direction, blood relations, coding, decoding, number series, letter series. That means other type of mathematical operations. So these type of simple questions will ask in the general mental ability. Now coming to basic numeracy. Basic numeracy means as a administrator you should have some calculations also. So numbers, kinds of numbers are there. That means prime numbers, even numbers, correlative numbers, different numbers, its sequence, its patterns, what is the value of 0, what is the decimal points, and also small arithmetics like LCM, SCF, percentage, average, time and work, time and distance, simple compound interest, partnership, averages, age relations. These kinds of arithmetical abilities also mentioned. Small questions, not big questions here. Now coming to data interpretation. Data interpretation comes as a table, bar, and line graphs and pie charts. 4 forms of data interpretation is there. So as a administrator in the office, you should aware all the things. Immediately you need to calculate some problems, some issues by data. That's called data. Data sufficiency. What kind of data? Here what we call inserted. What kind of data is not necessary? You have to understand this data sufficient topic is there. And finally, English language comprehension skills. That means what we call English grammar and vocabulary in the 10th class level. How much of vocabulary you are having to understand the situations in what we call this practicality of bureaucracy or training or interact with the people. So basic grammar, it contains all the English grammar and reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is very important here. Reading comprehension determines the understanding capacity of the administrator. So because of that, how much of the understanding he is having, how much of the grasping power he is having, how he can solve the problem, how he can choose the solutions to the problem. All these skills indicated by the reading comprehension. So that these are the topics mentioned in CSAT paper. Don't worry, it's an easy and interesting one. For this, you read regularly English newspaper, The Hindu. If you read the English newspaper clear-cutly, it will give the article faith and confidence to you. And you read the short stories and you try to habituate to read the English magazines, English short stories, English issues, and Hindu newspaper and other newspapers also. So this is the important paper to crack the civil services preliminary examination. If you cross the 66 marks, then the first paper to be value. Other than that, they will not take in consideration. So our preliminary gate depends upon this CSAT paper. CSAT paper is equal to the rural areas people and urban areas people. There is no ranking in this paper. 66 marks are enough to cross the examination. Okay, these are the important topics are there. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.